Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another Thursday with the Divas Dose. I am your gracious co host, Sharnita, or just simply Nita.
And I am Dr. Love, the only doctor that prescribes wine.
Hey, I'm Renee.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Oh So Me.
All right. Real quick, we're just going to start off with a prayer and move along. Bow your heads. Dear God, we humbly come to you, thanking you for traveling grace to and from our destinations. And we ask that you bless this union of 5 women, 5 voices, 5 mics, and 1 space. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, so as you can see, we missing one. The ever so lovely meat Peaches.
I'm missing, y'all. I'm missing.
Peaches, no cream. What she said?
Peaches,
no
cream.
cream, but she got all the tea.
Yes. Okay, we missing our sister, but we wish her safe travel. And we'll see her next Thursday.
Yes.
So okay, without further ado, sorry about the tardiness too, you guys. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, so we're getting started a little late tonight, but it's all good.
Yeah.
We're gonna make up for it because this topic, we finna get down and dirty. Okay, so without further ado, tonight's topic is it okay to date or marry your friend's ex? All right, let's dive in.
Juicy.
Okay, so ladies, is it ever okay? Do you think to date or marry your friend's ex? Who want to kick it off?
I'll kick it off.
You kick it off, Mimi? Okay.
So I did, y'all know me. I'm always going and asking the guys, hey, what do y'all think about this topic or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it depends on what you call a friend,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because if it's an associate, just somebody you randomly see every now and then, is that really a friend? Does that make sense? Like, so it may be, you may be hanging out with your girlfriends and you see that she's dating someone and it's like, oh, well, they're serious, but I'm not really her friend. So I think in that case, it may be okay. Me personally, I wouldn't, simply because I believe in karma.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wouldn't do it. That's not my forte. I don't want nobody's leftovers, especially after I've been around them and seen them how they are. Although they say sometimes the grass is green on the other side, it's just not for me.
That grass is dead. No.
No.
That's right.
That is dead grass. Yes, no.
Right.
No.
That's right.
I don't think it would be a good idea because both of y'all are the man being with, friends. It's too close of proximity.
Right.
Mm.
And then everybody get barbecues, fish fries. You not with him no more or with her no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then they popping up at the family gatherings or at the functions.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody might feel some type of way. And a good time turns sour real quick. So no, but I understand what you said, Mimi, about if they're associates.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to think about they might be an associate to you, but how close are they to your friend?
Well, that's why I say for me, I mean,
Mhm.
because think about it, when I asked the guys, there were several guys that said their grandfather or their grandparents wind up marrying one of their best friend's wives. So it must have been like a common thing, maybe back in the 60s and 70s.
Mhm.
And so I'm sure that it became taboo probably like especially right around the 70s, late 70s, early 80s. But for me, again, that's not my forte. I don't want someone's leftovers and me personally, because I feel like I would be judging them. Well, you treated her like such and such. You know what I mean? And that would kind of create like an insecurity in me, like to say, well, I felt like you treated her a little bit better than you're treating me.
See, and that's where that rift comes and it turns sour real quick.
Right.
Because I mean,
So-
this topic. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so I've been waiting on this topic. Last week we was ready for it. We was all
indeed.
pumped up and
Yes.
everything, and then the bad weather came through and
Yes.
interrupted. Then tonight is technical difficulties.
Yes.
So you know that this is a hot topic.
Yes,
Right?
indeed.
So what I want to say is, for me, the answer is absolutely no, and not no, hell to the no. That's how much I am standing firm on that. And the reason why I say that is because if you have any integrity about yourself, you will not date somebody's ex, their boyfriend, their husband, or nothing, and it should be the same with you. And the reason why I say that, think about it. Let's just say you date. Yeah, that's right, Angela. Because I was just we there, Angela. We there. Everyone sharing the same intimate energy. No, correct. And I was just getting ready to go there. And the reason why I say that is because you got to remember, when you're having sex and you are intimate with people, you are exchanging not only liquids and fluids, you're exchanging energy and spirit. So I don't want somebody else's leftover spirit from what they had going on, because apparently if they didn't make it, I don't want that energy coming over to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's number one. And then secondly, I will say this, it has happened to me, right? It has happened to me.
Wow.
That's right. Well, it probably, let's see, twice, I would say. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I was a young girl, date a young girl in school. And when you're in high school, you're practically almost grown.
Yeah.
So we're about maybe, I don't know, maybe about, oh no, I was a senior, because they told me if I fall, I wasn't gonna walk. Yes, I was a senior. I was 18 years old. And the girl knew that me and this guy was dating. Now she was in the family because she had a kid by, at the time I had a half sister that was living with me, right? Well, him and her were related. They were cousins, right? But all of us stayed in the same house together. We, Malcolm, we like when you said, broke bread together, ate all these types of things or whatever. And then the next thing I look up, they dating. They dating. I mean, he taking her out, to lunch, picking her up from school, this, that, whatever. And I can't say it broke me down. It broke me down. Because you got to imagine you're all in the same house, in the same facility, and you're eating together, playing dominoes. I'm talking about like a family function. Like a family function, right? And I remember, and that's when I think learning that lesson at a young age is what taught me how to not trust women as much when it comes down to being around your man, right?
Yeah.
That's number one, because what that lets me know is that she had been looking at him all along. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and then it lets me know that he had been looking at her because she couldn't do it by herself.
Takes two
It takes two to tango,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
And so at that time, I will never forget, by that time, I probably was like maybe a 7, cute little 7, had it going on, right? But it broke me down so bad. I think I dropped from a 7 to like probably a 5, or could have been lower than that, probably
So you were
within
really
a month.
feeling this.
It was hard because my thing was, how could y'all do this to me?
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like y'all literally, we all literally been sitting in each other's face.
Yeah.
And y'all did me like this. And not to say that I can't be done like this, but I'm like, I dare y'all. And to me, it was like, I would never do y'all like that. Why would you do me like that? You know what I mean? So that was that one time. And then later on, and like this person right here don't even know that I know that. This is it. I think I'm probably like in my early 20s. Probably this is somebody that I dated. And one of the people that we hung out real tough, I found out a couple of years later that she went behind my back and and slept
She
with
don't
him.
even
And
know
I,
you
she
know
don't even
too.
know I know.
Mm.
But see, but that's how I keep it cool. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
when I distance from your ass,
Mm,
you know what I
that's
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I said one day we might even have a conversation about it.
Mm.
So she said, well, why? Okay, well, let me let you know what I know.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Let me let you know what I know.
So-
But see, but my integrity is so high.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was a date.
Yeah.
A date, dating. That
Yeah.
wasn't like a husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But my point is, I still could never do anybody like that.
Right.
I just couldn't.
Mm.
I'm talking, we were close, like hanging out like how we hang out.
Yeah.
And then the
Mm.
next thing I know, a couple of years, they tried to hide it from me a little bit or whatever, but
Yeah.
somebody gonna talk.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
gonna talk.
For sure.
And and I found out about it, and I was like, wow.
So
I was like,
did you have to really restrain yourself not to tell this person that you knew that? Because you said you carried this.
I wanted to so bad, but when I say, you know what, this person ain't never doing as good as I am. I'm not blessed like I am. They struggling like now they don't have a man. You know what I mean?
See, karma.
So you're favored and highly blessed from the Father above. So basically, what I'm saying is, it doesn't do any good for you to do people like that, because now you wonder why you got your own man. You understand what I'm saying? Girl.
So it wasn't even worth your time to respond.
Correct, because I was so up here.
Yes,
I was past it,
Mm.
and not up here like I'm better than you. I'm talking about up here like
Integrity.
successful,
Mhm.
integrity.
Right.
Gone on, got my own husband,
Yes.
my own kid.
Absolutely.
Like so. It was just, it was like what, I see you. And you remember how Dr. Maya Angelou say, once they show you who they are the first time,
Yeah.
Believe
it.
So what I said to myself is, okay, now I know I can't bring you around my husband.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Because at that time it was just dating. I mean, it was
Yeah.
friends. You
Mm.
see? So like now, Chet, you can't come around.
Yeah.
Chet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I have a question for you. Then based upon that experience, did it make you a little more nervous about bringing your husband around any other females?
No. You know why? Because I'm confident and he's confident.
Mhm.
Like even to this day, y'all can come over to the house. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't. One thing about me and him, we don't have no insecurities. We're not.
That's
we're-
good.
we're-
That's
that's
good.
good.
That's good.
But what it does is just make me pay a little bit closer
Attention.
attention
Okay.
to everything.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
good.
When you pay close attention, then you may catch the eye, or
Mhm.
you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, because it got to be something that's attractive that if you're around it, you're not picking up on it. But if you
Mhm.
kind of lean in a little bit,
Yeah.
and just keep smiling, whatever, keep
Yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah.
And if you see anything out of line, you gotta go.
Well, and I know, speaking from a female perspective, I've been in relationships where I've, like you're engaged and you may be in a crowd, you may be a party,
Yeah.
but a man would typically hold my hand longer or slide their hand or
Mm.
give me the eye contact or hold my hand a little bit longer than they
Yes.
should. And so normally when I feel like that, I kind of just like,
That's what you
You know,
do.
back
That's
away.
exactly
Back
what
away.
you
You back
do.
away.
you know,
Because what he's doing is giving you the invite on
Mhm.
saying, okay, yeah.
Hey.
You know?
yeah. I'm
Yeah, he's giving you that pass, like, okay, I like what I see.
Yeah.
You down, I'm down.
Yeah.
When you push away, you're like, no, I don't roll like that.
Yeah,
You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right,
But
yeah.
As long as you play into it,
yeah,
They'll
Yeah.
go for it.
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you have to sneak and
Yeah.
hide and do all
Yeah.
of that, you know it's wrong.
You know it's wrong.
Oh,
right,
yes.
right,
Especially
right,
if you can't come to the light with it, baby.
right,
Right.
And but some people just don't care though. Some people don't
Well,
care.
some people don't care, but you have to think about how much does he value you if he hiding you and sneaking you.
Of
you know?
course, of course.
Oh, we
Okay,
got
so-
a man tuned in.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Ruben Matthews.
Okay, Ruben,
Okay.
you might want to call in. Let's have some people call in. I'm going. Put her.
Yeah,
He said no.
Comment.
Ruben said no.
Comment back up, and then I'm.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's Angela.
Angela, I can only imagine how hurt a man's ego would be if his best friend dated an ex.
Mhm.
I'm
Mm.
sure it happens a lot to men as well.
Mm.
Okay, that now. Okay,
Mm.
see, this is why I have so much knowledge on things like this. I kid y'all not. This literally happened to my neighbor.
Mm.
His best friend slept with his wife,
Ooh.
and they are now divorced.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And we couldn't figure out what was going on. We was like, what's going on? And we noticed they were getting ready to move and blah, blah, blah. And then he just came out and just said it, like my heart just dropped. And I remember seeing the best friend come all over to the house and the guy, same thing. You're breaking bread together, barbecues and whatever. So y'all tell us if what y'all anybody experienced this. If you did, how did you handle it? Hopefully nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
But the number is 832-560-2885. 832-560-2885. Call and tell us about it, because this is a touchy subject.
Yes.
Because some people think it's okay. So I want to hear from somebody who thinks it's okay, and maybe that think it's okay. If they think it's okay, give me your valid reason or point as to why you think it's okay.
So Ruben is asking, what do you do if your mate tells you that your friend is hitting on them?
Okay.
You address it.
You definitely
you have to address it.
Oh, you got to address the elephant in the room, Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to say something, because I always tell my husband, if somebody steps you the wrong way,
Mhm.
you better tell me, because if you don't, it's going to be on you.
Absolutely.
And then
I'm going to get you.
Right, and then you cut that person out because they can't be trusted.
They can't be trusted.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. But I always tell him all the time, I said, because if I ever find out that you was, like entertaining it or whatever, and I didn't know about it, oh yeah.
And I think for me, for instance, I probably wouldn't tell my spouse or the person I'm with. I would handle it myself. I would address it myself, because I know sometimes when you involve men in a situation, it can go from 0 to 60 like that. You know what I mean? And I feel like you nip it in the bud right when it starts. Like, hey,
but what about the future? Because they if they're best friends, they're gonna come back.
Well,
to the house, or y'all may go to their house, or
But generally, what happens is that person stops pursuing you. They stop. I mean, I understand it's a disrespect to that person, but they stop pursuing you, so they know, because they know basically I'm not going to get anywhere with her.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. All right. Okay.
Hey, caller, you on the line?
Hey, ladies, how are y'all doing?
Hey.
This is a really good subject. I like this. This is a really good talk. This is a really good talking point.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Share with us what you have. What do you have? We're all ears. What you have for us?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I completely agree with what you guys are saying. I think that's a hard no. If I found out, even now, like, let's say my ex-husband were to date somebody that I knew or that we were friends with, oh hell no. I'd be like, no, that's not working out for me.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Do you know of anybody who has been in that situation where the ex is a friend dated an ex or got married or something, they thought it was okay?
I'm trying to think, like, off the top of my head. I can't think of anybody that I would, like, personally know. I know it happens often.
Yeah.
I just, I'm saying, like, I'm just like, wow, like, and I'm nobody to judge, because obviously, it's like we don't know what the dynamics of the relationship was or how it came about.
Right.
But at the same time, I mean, as me personally, no. I'm sorry. I would probably voice my opinion about it, and even if, let's just say, like, me and my ex-husband have a good relationship, but I would, if I would have voiced my opinion and be like, no, that's not happening. Like, are you serious? Like, but
so
I know my ex-husband reached out to friends after we divorced, but none of them went along with the situation. He ended up marrying somebody else from another country. So
Wow.
Thank God for that.
Oh,
So can you imagine? So listen to this caller. Can you imagine? And ladies, just because I'm gonna go there. Imagine if your ex-husband, let's just say he went and dated your best friend, your sister, somebody close to you, right? And let's say you guys have a child together. Then they get married or date and have a child together. Now you got half brothers or half sisters.
Exactly, that are cousins.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's there's no kind of right in that. Like, you can't make you get a right.
I agree.
And how do you tell the children when they grow up? You can hide it when they small. But how do you tell them when they grow up? Well, Mama was dating Daddy, and then we broke up, and then Daddy decided to screw my best friend or screw my sister. So this is your cousin, or this is your
It's an entanglement.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
or or in the situations where, and you hear about it all the time too, right, where the stepmom marries the son
Oh,
and then they end up having a child together.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And now dad is a grandpa, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, like
Yeah.
you hear that often. Like that's some Maury stuff.
Right. Right. Yeah, it is some Maury stuff.
that's crazy. Because what
Yeah, it is.
about the whole time that you were with that other person?
Right.
Were they lusting after that?
You're
friend
Was
or
all that
what-
going
Waiting
on?
for that moment to
Yeah.
slide
Right.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a peaches. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Come on, because she's not here to do
Yeah,
it,
so
so
I'm
you're
gonna
going to
do
do
it.
it for her. Okay.
So ladies, and you as well, caller. Do you know anybody, or have you ever dated friends, relatives, and you didn't know they were friends or relatives?
Now that's the difference. If you don't know,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you didn't know. I mean,
Hold on.
Uh-oh,
What if you didn't know, but then what if you found out before y'all consummated?
So, girl, let me say this.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Because I know my daddy is watching this podcast. So excuse me when I say this, okay? So my dad was a Rolling Stone. My dad has 8 children. Okay, he has 8 children. And so some of us didn't know our siblings.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna call none of my siblings names, but 2 of my siblings actually dated and didn't know they were siblings.
oh wow,
oh okay.
you going to the grandbrother's birthday party?
Oh my goodness! Oh man!
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Oh my.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what? The other day I was watching a show in Spanish, and the okay, so the daughter was suing the parents and wanted them to divorce because she found out that the mom and the husband were actually mom and son. So she was raped at 12 and had a baby at 13, and she never even saw the baby. They literally took this was like back in Mexico, like, you know, so they literally ripped the baby from her arms and they gave it away, right? So the mom ended up moving to the United States, and her son stayed back in the country that they were from. And then when his parents that adopted him passed away, he came to the United States. And he was, of course, 13 years like she was 13 years older than him, obviously, and they met at a gym.
Oh wow,
Like they lived in the same area and they met at a gym and they fell in love and didn't realize that she didn't know that was her son, and he didn't know that was his mom, and they had a baby together, and they had a daughter. Raised her like nothing. She didn't have any abnormalities or anything like that. But how she found out was she tried to have a baby, and the baby had a birth defect. So they recommended that she have an abortion. And when they did like the DNA test, to see like who was carrying the gene, that's how she found out that her mom and her dad were actually mom and sib, like that was her the mom's child.
That's hard.
oh wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like watching it like, oh my God.
Wow.
That's just crazy to me.
make me sick to my stomach.
It would.
Definitely.
It would.
Definitely.
Yeah. That was just, and she was like, well, I didn't know, and he didn't know, and you know what I'm saying, like they didn't know. It wasn't something that she even thought of. Like she never put 2 and 2 together. So that was just crazy. But yeah, I completely agree. Like I said, that would be a hard no for me. I think the other thing, I don't know what I forgot what y'all were talking about was
How about if you knew if you ever dated the guy, then you knew they were friends or relatives? Is that what you're saying? Or are you talking about something else?
No, there was right before I called in, y'all asked another question, and I was like, oh, hell no, that's neither, no.
I know that's right.
I was like, nope, that's not happening. No, yeah, no, that's a hard no for me. Yeah, I would not agree to it. I mean, if even like I said, even if I had divorced, why I'm divorced, but
You wouldn't. So,
oh,
so
I know what it was. It was, if somebody that was friends with, like, let's say, like, when my current husband had hit on me,
oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the same way. I probably would not have addressed it directly with my husband and tell him, like, because I already know he's a hothead. Like, I already know he's ready to fight. He chooses violence. So I probably would not have addressed it with him, but I would definitely put a hard stop to it.
yeah.
And for the most part, like, because he's in the music industry and I manage him, I get a lot of DMs from different people all the time. But I'm always quick to say, no, I'm happily married. Thank you for inquiring. Like, I'll put a hard stop to it.
That's right. You have to shut it down because
Yeah.
the thing of it is that they will try.
Mhm.
And then
Oh, yeah.
these people are so dirty. I'm glad you said that. The people are so dirty, y'all, to where they will try. And then if you accept it and play into it, they'll be ready to make sure it get back to your husband or your wife.
Yeah.
They will. They'll
Yeah.
they'll say, oh, they ain't got nothing. He thought he had him somebody. He ain't got nobody. They look happy. She appear to be faithful, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
Person with the husband. So I'm glad you
Mhm.
did that because some people literally, when they see you happy, they want to test it to really see, are you really happy?
Right.
Really to break
Right.
stuff up. Yeah.
And that might be the only reason they're doing it. They
Yeah.
really don't want you. They just don't want you to be happy.
That's it. Right.
Exactly.
Right there.
And a lot of it has to do with jealousy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I post a lot of videos on my social media with me and Robert or me and my husband. And, I'm always like, promoting him, encouraging him. I'm always that one.
Right.
And so I know a lot of the times it's jealousy just because, they wish they had somebody that did that for them or something like that. And I'm just like, no, I'm not the one. You need to go find your own. Thank you. And I'm going to do me. You do you. Now, I remember growing up, my grandma used to always tell me, a man will only do what you allow him to. You know what I'm saying? So if he's creeping in your DMs and you're responding, you know what I'm saying, then he's gonna keep creeping.
Yes.
So at some point, if I reply and I tell you, no, I'm sorry, I'm happily married, but thank you for the compliment, whatever but I'm happily married, I'm not interested, and he keeps sending messages, and I'm like, no, so one of two things will happen. Like, and I'll tell him, like, and I'm very upfront. I'm like, there's one of two things is gonna happen. Either you're gonna stop, or I'm just gonna block you. Now it's up to you. Like, I don't care either way. I mean, it doesn't hurt me whether you're on my social media or not.
Right.
But if I feel like it's crossed a certain line, I will definitely block you. Like, and I will blast you. Like, I'm the first one to be like, and I hope you don't got a girl, because I'm about to post your picture and your profile on all my social media. Like, I have no problem like tagging you and everything.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
Because I think that is a lesson for them to know that you know this. Like, you already know. If I'm telling you that I'm happily married, but you keep on, like, I will literally, and I tell them, like, hey, you got one of two options at this point. Either I can post everything that you just sent to me and tag you in it, and that way everybody can see that I have already told you, and yet you're being persistent, or you stop. And 99% of the time, they stop. They'll just be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, no disrespect. That's what I always get. No disrespect. Okay, well, you are being disrespectful, though.
Yeah.
Because I already told you.
Exactly. All right, baby. Well, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
And like, subscribe, and share the video, and tune in every Thursday, Mama.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Her husband is R&B singer Rob V. He's on the screen right now.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, so I think it pretty much sums it up. I think it happens across the board, right?
Yeah.
Male and females,
Right.
and
I had it done to me so many times. I'm just so numb.
Yeah.
it's the ginger hair for you.
No, I'm just so numb to it. Like,
So
I mean, for me, they say bros before hoes.
yeah.
It's like chicks before.
Yeah.
So,
So okay. So since you said this has happened to me so many times. I'm just numb. So was it like the dating or like the marriage, like during the dating stage?
Oh, no, it's
like
my dating stage.
The
Yes,
dating
no,
stage.
no, I'm a marriage. Yeah,
Okay.
my dating stage.
So the dating stage. Okay, so give us example like of one that happened.
Okay. Case in point.
Mhm.
Had a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Still love her to this day. I'd do anything for her kids, her grandkids, and her.
Mhm.
You know, if she needed me.
Mhm.
But anyway, it was a guy. She was talking to him. She was 17. I was 20, I think at the time. She was 17. The guy was 25.
Mm-hmm.
She had a curfew and had to be in the house.
And Nita.
No, she did.
Go ahead and finish, Nita. Go ahead and finish.
You had to be in the house, 17, you know, and she told him she was 18 to do. Anyway, make a long story short, he had never seen me, and they had been talking on the phone, never went on a date, never did nothing because she had a curfew.
Mm-hmm.
So talked on the phone maybe 2 or 3 times. Anyway, so I go up to he see me and he asked his friend who was that. He said that's Nita.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was like, oh, okay. So me and him, you know, we started talking. She was on the phone with the friend. I get back up to the house. She on the phone talking about this such and such, tried to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I say, well, yeah. And I say, and I didn't know because like I say, they just had talked on the phone a handful of times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So went on a date, never did nothing, you know. So she was like, oh, okay. She was like, I talked to him a few times, but it wasn't nothing.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, girl, he got money, girl, get him.
So did you get him?
I sure did.
Oh my goodness.
No, I gotta say, because the way you say you got it, so I would never forget this. Me and my best friend, never forget, we rolling. This is I'm saying this in our dating stage. Right? Me and our 20s, we rolling. So she picks up her friend, you know, like this her dude, right? I guess this her boyfriend, whatever, right?
Okay.
So me and her are in the front seat. He in the back seat, right? He in the seat behind me.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she driving. I'm on the passenger side. He in the seat behind me. Okay, so this slick nigga. Ninja, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, it just brought back to my memory. He in the back seat, right? His hand coming like on the side of the you know, like the
seat.
yeah. Coming on the side and like you know, like touching. I'm like, is what in my mind I'm like, okay, is this a fly or is this a roach or you know, like is this an insect in this concept? Because you know, you start dealing something like that, you know. And I say, this man is trying to holler at me.
Baby.
So in the moment we driving, I'm like, okay, so in my mind, I'm like, how do I tell her this? I gotta tell her this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep this from her. So anyway, I told her, I said, look here, we got to the club. I need to holler at you. She said, okay. So we went in the bathroom and I told her, I said, listen, let me tell you what just happened. And she know if I come to her and say that she know this is real.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what she did. We played it off that night. She acted like she didn't know. We had him buy all them drinks and everything, whatever, and she left him at the club.
We had him buy all them drinks. And he to this day, he know when he trying to figure out why she left him. Because I said something.
Oh my goodness.
Well, in that case, I would say something in that case, yeah.
I know, but that was so uncomfortable. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
all this hell.
Yeah.
In the car.
Straight fraud,
But
yeah.
in the situation I'm in, they had never even went on a date. She telling me, you know.
Well, go for it.
I mean, but that's why I said in the beginning, there's
Yeah.
a difference between associates and friends.
Yeah.
Like when you have like people that are always in your face.
No, that was my
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
That was my dog.
But but I'm saying they didn't actually
they
date.
didn't, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
But
they
still,
were trying to
But
feel
hold
each
on,
other out.
Let me finish this though. So anyway, so me and him, you know, we went on a couple of dates, went to the movies, out to eat or whatever. He feeling me, I'm feeling him. So next thing I know, I texted. No, I think we was calling at the time. What was that? I think that
Back in the day, you probably was
So
tired.
Had the both of
I'm
them.
calling, right? So I'm calling. He wasn't picking up. I said, "Well, dang, what's going on?" So I know he into me. So I'm like, "Okay, man, and lo and behold, the dude had been hating on his friend had been hating on me because he wanted to see him with her because she needed the help of his assistance more than I did. Because I was working, I had my son, and I was working at the time, and so he was like, come to find out, he told me this later on down. Like he said, man, I wanted him to be with her because she needed more help, financially than you did.
That was a whole move.
So
that was a whole move.
Yeah, and so I never knew that because I'm like, well, everybody know. And we met. Like I said, we never did anything. We just went on a couple of days. And then I looked up and they talking.
Oh wow.
That's why I said it was a whole move.
Yeah.
It was a whole move.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, dog, why you told me to go get him and
So did you feel bad or anything? Like did you when she said, well, all we did was talk for a little bit, but you go get him. So that was like her giving you permission that she was okay with it.
Saying like basically that wasn't her dude. They just conversed on the phone a couple of times and
that's a little different.
But that's what I'm saying. So in that case, if someone says I'm okay with it, then is it okay?
No, I just me personally.
But are they genuinely okay with it?
But that's what I'm saying though. But if they say it's okay,
no, I because to me, if you gotta tell me it's okay.
Well, no, I think for her, she was just like, okay, he not nothing to me. And that's what I said. I say, well, you sure? I was like, because he did have a bunch of money.
He was ready to make it rain.
Bill.
I was like, okay. But it was just kind of hard to turn it down when she saying, hey.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So it's
slightly a little different. That's
slightly
different.
But I'm just saying though, it was
just conversed on the phone.
Yeah.
So that's kind of. And see, I think that is because that's just like one time. Hold on.
It's case by case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one owns anyone.
Yeah.
So it's both are free to date and marry.
Well, I don't know if it's an ex. I don't know about that.
No. Not that's kind of slippery. Yeah. That's a slippery.
Maybe remember the lady. No, to Bernice's point. Remember the lady? She said that we met. She said
She hooked her friend up with her ex.
ex-husband. Well, she's
okay.
But see, that's why I said, is it if the person gives the permission, then does it make it okay?
So here's what I said about that. If the person gives a permission and say it's okay, it's up to you to say I want to do this or don't. But me personally, if they tell me it's okay, I'm gonna feel kind of icky in some kind of way because it just won't feel right.
What if you really attracted to that person and like Nita said he got like boatloads of money? You know what I'm saying? Then what? Then what?
I don't want it.
I can't.
Yeah, and what if they didn't sleep together? What if they didn't sleep together?
But she's saying it's an ex.
You talking about
right.
She's saying an ex-husband,
we
right?
talking about dating.
Yeah, she's talking about an ex-husband.
Well, yeah. So ex to me, I'm sorry.
Well, so that's like okay. So that's like you saying, Nita. It's okay. Like if you and your husband were together, the more you say, "Hey, go, y'all can go."
Well, okay, I'm gonna give you my backstory. Okay, so I do have a backstory.
No, I'm saying that. Like let's make it like if that's what it is right now. If it's your husband right now, but he's your ex-husband, and you say, "Go on, Nita,"
honestly speaking, I wouldn't care.
No,
hold on. Listen. Hold on. Listen, hold on. I would. I'm not lying. I'm not. Listen, hold on. Hear me out. I'm not saying I wouldn't care to get with that person. Yeah. I'm saying I wouldn't care if he did it because I have no emotionally attachment to him. I don't care what he does.
I get that.
You see what I'm saying? Now.
What if you really loved him?
I'm telling you. Listen. I'm telling you. I personally, because once I'm done, I'm done.
Right. So it's okay.
Even if I'm done, I'm still gonna be like,
if it was a sister or
no.
If it was that would be different if it was a sister.
So
a friend. I'm saying it depends on how close I am to that friend. So I can count on my hand how many friends I have. You know what I mean? But if it's somebody that like, oh, okay, we used to hang out or we went to school together. I personally don't care. That's your business.
Yeah.
But because listen, if I'm gonna let you go, I'm gonna let you go.
Right.
And totally.
But if somebody from school or back in the day and all that, that's kind of different.
That's different.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if it's a friend,
to me like
A
this.
friend.
Oh no. Nita can't. Nita
Yeah,
can't. No,
that's
yeah,
what
Nita.
I'm
No.
talking about.
Even now. But I wouldn't even now.
Because I'm looking at,
I'm saying.
yeah, I'm looking at both of them like,
Yeah.
oh, we're not even together no more, but it's about to go down. No, it's about to be.
But I mean,
Smoke in the city like Bernie Mac.
but listen.
I keep my record.
No,
No, but listen. But hold on, listen.
baby.
No, but I'm just saying, like on your hand, how many people can you really say is y'all down like 4 flat tires?
It's limited.
Is okay, so and that's what I'm saying. There to me, there is a fine line here
Mhm.
because you have associates and
Right.
you got friends.
Right.
I get that, but still,
Right.
the point is, what we're saying is, if you gave them permission to say you can date this
Oh no,
person,
my friends know.
okay.
An associate, have at it. I don't care. Do you, baby? They don't love lies because you know what? I'm gonna walk in their room like I'm the baddest.
Hold on. Okay, let's reverse it.
Okay.
Okay, we've been talking about if he gave. No, we've been talking about if you gave him permission,
Okay.
right? What if he gave you permission?
I wouldn't do that. That's not me. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I wouldn't.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
not. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You could.
I felt like I said I don't want no karma,
Yeah.
and I just feel like that person's gonna be thinking, man, they must have been feeling each other the whole
The
time.
whole
You know what I'm
time.
saying? Like I don't need the drama.
Yeah.
I don't want to start nothing
No.
that has drama.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
right,
no, that for me
right,
that's taboo.
right.
But I was gonna say so listen. That's and this is where I'm going. So never mind. Forget it. The Lord said be quiet. The Lord said be quiet. Move on. My dad is watching. So no, never mind.
Oh my God.
No, I wouldn't want a piece of nobody that one of my friends or any. No,
But that's why I'm saying though.
Have you? Okay, I know you experienced it, Dr.
Right.
B. I've experienced it. Have you? Either you ladies experienced?
Experience.
The friend talking to.
But listen to what I'm telling you. In my lifetime,
Mhm.
I've only had like one real best friend.
Mhm.
Everybody else has been people that have passed through my life in
Okay.
chapters. Do you
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like we're friends. So if I see you out with a man,
Yeah.
I ain't fixing to let that man come in my circle, and I'm not gonna go in his.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right.
In that time frame. So in each chapter in my life, whatever women I was around,
Yeah.
that was taboo for me. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right,
And the
right,
reason
right.
why I said I would never tell somebody is because I've had an instance where it was a relative and I told that person
Mhm.
and that person just, our relationship just ceased
Wow.
because they felt like it was me and
Wow.
not that person.
That's
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'll handle it myself
yeah.
Mhm.
and let that person know, back up.
Wow.
He used to say my dog bagged over me about 2-3 times, but I still love you, girls. I got your kids, I got your grandkids, and I love you. honey.
You said 3-4 times?
She
No,
said
you
3-4
say
times.
3-4 times.
And that's
And that's still your
dog.
dog?
But she don't know what she do.
No, she know what she doing.
No, you know what you know. Mm-mm. Now, when you're 17, okay, we can give you a pass. But as you get older, as you get, but that's a pattern for that person.
That's 2 minutes.
That's a
So
pattern.
let me just say this right here. I
Mm-mm.
don't know who she is. Whatever.
Hey, don't bring her around me. No, just
But listen, but I gotta say what I gotta say. Now you know I'm over here working on you, right? So you know. Oh, we gonna sit at home, girl.
We gotta love everybody.
Hold on, I listen. We gonna their ass gonna have some. Listen, so go on and play.
Man.
Hey, Carla, you on the line. What's
Mm-mm.
going on with you?
Hi, this is Mo with Code Red Pro Dance Team. How are y'all doing?
Hey.
Mo, how you doing, girl?
I'm doing good. I just got on Facebook and I saw the question, and I was just wanted to say, based on my past experience, I don't think it's okay to date your friend's ex, because I actually had a friend date my ex some years ago, and even though me and him, we weren't together very long and it wasn't very serious, but it was very it felt very awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I was around my friend, like he'd be there, and it's just weird, and I can only imagine if we would have been very serious,
Right.
that could have slowed down the healing process
Right.
for me, you know. And I don't think a friend, like, it would make me wonder, were they eyeballing each other behind my back while we were
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, girl. I agree.
I agree.
100%. Now you're gonna be side-eyeing your man the whole time, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, friend, that's not a friend.
Yeah, yeah.
And luckily, me and my best friend, we have completely different taste in guys, so me and her don't have to worry about any.
Listen, like I said earlier, pay attention to how they act around each other. Pay attention to body language, eyes, everything. Yeah. So if you gotta cut somebody off, cut them off. Because you know, when you dating somebody that's your husband, your wife, some things are disrespectful, and respect is huge in a relationship and friendships.
Yeah.
When the respect is broken, it's
Yeah.
that's a little bit much, because there ain't no way in the world you're gonna be in my house eating my food, talking to me, and then making eyes at my husband.
Right. That part.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Dr. Love say, pay attention to all, not like that. What I'm saying is, don't go looking for nothing like it's trouble. But what I'm saying is, keep your eyes open and just pay attention to how they act when they're around each other. That's all I'm saying.
Chest up, eyes
And
open.
don't be afraid to approach that person.
Right.
Don't be afraid to approach that person. Say, hey, am I reading into this wrong? You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Not the
I'm
person,
feeling-
your man.
Let me ask you this, caller.
both of them.
Has anybody, like any one of like your husband's friends, anybody ever try to cross the line with you?
No.
Good. Thank God. That's good. Very good.
girl, you was sounding like me a bit scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
I had to think about it. I was like, no, they haven't.
Anything else you want to share with us? That about sums it up.
So this person right here say exactly why I don't post me and my significant other. So what is Chosen?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Chosen.
Thank y'all.
thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
All right.
Baby.
Me and Nita had a little discussion right here. So I said I would approach that person, right, and say, hey, I feel uncomfortable. She said okay, so if you were around your friends and it's the girl that's hitting on your man, you gonna go after your man and not the girl?
No,
Is that what you're telling
after the girl?
No.
That's what I'm trying to. I'm like, what?
No, what I'm saying is, for me, I it's just me.
Come on.
I guess I don't pay attention, because once I got you locked down and solid, you're gonna be locked down and solid, my
Right.
He's silent, but she not.
But
Right.
but what I'm saying now, if she like,
Yeah.
I'm just
No, we
So wait, hold on, Dr. B, hold on.
Okay.
Because that was my question. Who would you approach? Him or her?
Oh,
I would approach her.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
And that's
I would
what I
approach
said.
her.
I remember.
Like,
Go ahead.
If she too friendly,
Yeah.
bitch,
Yeah,
get
I'm-
your hand off my hand. Are you crazy? And I'm not waiting until the room clears. I'm gonna clear the room.
See, this is why Eric the other day said she wanted the first.
she had that press hand put it
No.
But Dia got the first.
Because if you that bold,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and if you in my house,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's about to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I would approach the man. I would approach the man.
If she just like, and I guess
If she just like,
I guess
what?
I
Keep
don't
your
look- I don't
hands
look
to
too far in.
yourself.
What?
That's disrespectful.
If she said, "Oh, you,"
That's disrespectful. Okay, touch your man, girl. There are boundaries. You do
I'm with
not
Renee.
play. You do not play with nobody's spouse.
That's right. Period.
With a man, you don't do that.
And they not. And they.
You too
should
touchy
too.
feely.
Yeah.
Now play it with a single man,
Yeah.
or if I got a cousin over
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
you can go ahead and rub on his shoulder.
So what you gonna do? You gonna do this?
Mimi, I'm gonna say.
So before we, because I see, because you're not gonna let me,
Baby.
From what we was just talking about
here's
before the
the
caller
thing.
came.
Okay, here's the thing. Me and her don't hang around anymore.
That ain't, but let me
I got
finish.
love for her.
Okay,
Go ahead.
listen.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you got love for
Go
her.
ahead.
The kids, the cat, the dog, the
The
grandkids,
grandkids,
the whole
all of
nine
it.
yards, okay? I'm glad you got love for her.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying to you is,
Okay.
when you meet your Boaz,
Okay.
you keep that in mind what she's done to you in the
Mhm.
past.
And when she
you
get
don't, yeah, and you don't, and you better think really twice about if you want her to come around
Yes.
your Boaz, because you have waited. You understand what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah,
For
Nita.
a long time.
And you
so-
gonna disregard that?
right? Yeah, you
Nita,
understand what I'm saying?
Nita,
man.
don't bring her around my man.
Yeah, I'm saying,
No.
I'm saying, pay attention to that.
Leave her
Because
at
you
home.
waited a long time to do this,
Mhm.
and so we're not gonna let homegirl that done this two or three times
Right.
while you're dating. This the one.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This the one.
Now she never been around Chad.
Yeah, but
If she had been, if she had been,
but
Yeah,
you know what I'm
girl.
saying?
What you said, no.
Yeah.
Now, I
So
got-
here's my question for the people that's listening.
Okay.
What made you decide to stay friends with her?
What ma-
Okay, I wanna hear this.
because it was a lot of history.
Hell
you
with
know,
history.
it
If
was
you
a lot of- it was-
respecting me,
I've been knowing her since we were nine years old.
Okay.
Girl.
Yeah, we got to give her a chance to explain
No, no, no,
herself.
no.
Okay.
And I know some people like, they like, and I'm just not that type of woman. I feel like, if you take them,
It wasn't yours.
never mind.
Okay, I feel that. I feel that.
I understand that.
And the thing is, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna be like, just let you be disrespectful.
Mhm.
Okay.
But me personally, I tend to let a lot of things just like.
And we have to get away from letting things
Yes.
slide.
But not only that though, Nay, it's like, okay, maybe they didn't mean it that way. I try to get people.
No.
to think
Girl,
about
they
it.
meant it.
No.
And
Yeah,
I
they
do that
meant
a
it.
lot, and maybe I'm guilty of that a lot of
Yes.
times.
No,
giving
Well,
people-
I'm just saying,
I see the greater good.
Nita,
Listen,
so
I try to see the greater good
Mhm.
in people, but I'm just telling you, when it get down to your next boo,
Mhm.
squash all that BS out
Yeah.
the window. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
dating and all that, that's different.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about
Yeah,
the boo.
the boo,
When the boo get there.
Yeah.
Okay?
yeah, and then the question is, what if the tables were turned? Would she still be your friend?
Right.
And is she gonna allow that? Is she gonna keep giving you those
Well,
passes?
only because I've never, and I had, trust me, I had ample opportunity to
Mhm.
back
But
door
if
and
you
get her
had-
back, but I didn't. You know.
No, but that's not the question I
Mhm.
asked.
If you had done it to her,
Right. Would she give
would
you
she
something
allow you
past?
that same grace?
Probably would.
Then that's a
Yeah.
lopsided friendship.
That is. It is a very
But I always
lopsided
has been.
friendship.
That's why you have to stop
Oh,
letting
no.
things slide.
So that's
Giving
why,
people
and
a
that's
pass
why,
and getting-
that's why you just really kind of keep your distance. Because see, if we work hard and Dr. Love find you somebody, I need to know who she is because I'm gonna make sure.
She might need help herself. She might need help herself. That's the other chick.
Yeah.
Baby.
Because that's why we call them snakes, right?
Yeah.
They sit back, they lurk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They lurk into that moment, and then
And then they try to flip it and make
But
it
what's crazy?
put it on you.
What's
Yeah.
crazy though, like Dr. B say, I guess by me taking the high road,
That's why you're more successful and all that. And I get that. I
But-
get that.
but-
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, on your second go round
Mhm.
with your boo, we're not having all that.
Oh, no, yeah.
Because whenever it decides, I don't care if it's 10 years from now.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's gonna mean so much to you.
Yeah.
You can't allow that to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, and I agree. And what you're teling her is,
You
you're
can do
okay.
this to
Yeah,
me.
you can do this to
Yeah.
me.
Well, no, I mean that's what I'm saying. We are not like I haven't spoken to her in oh my god so many years.
It's probably
X
best.
amount of years. I
It's probably
can't remember,
best.
but I'm just saying I know her family. I know how to get in touch with
That's
her.
good. We'll
Mhm.
keep her right where she
But no,
is.
I haven't. I'm just
Mhm.
saying,
Good.
but yeah, I haven't spoken to her.
Because I know darn well.
And-
if
and
she
you
was
were-
on the other foot, she would not.
you
have
were-
done that.
right.
You were single, and were you single and not serious with no one? And these are just people that you were trying to get to know, or were these people you were sleeping with and she backdoored you?
Him, I didn't sleep with him.
Okay.
The other guy, who Peter Wapper was too big, I didn't sleep with him. She laid down with him though. Woo, I told her, "Ooh, girl, God, yeah, you strong. You got strong with Shay Shay." But anyway, and I'm trying to now the third guy. Yeah, I had been with him.
See?
I had been with him.
See, so she
Yeah.
feels like it's okay for
It's
you to
okay.
yeah.
So it's okay for and so when you let somebody know that it's okay to treat you in a kind
But
of way.
see, here's the
That's
thing.
what they do.
Me and him wasn't hold on. I mean, and I know it don't matter, but I'm saying me and him, we dated.
So y'all weren't an item.
No, we weren't an item. So
y'all were passing them around.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well, that's what you were.
I wouldn't say no. He passed himself around. But
I'm just saying, but you said it. I mean, basically.
I mean, I liked him. I mean, we were.
But I'm just saying, you were. I mean, like when she slid in and did what she did.
But this is later on down the line. You know,
I don't care how far down the line.
this was
No, it doesn't matter if it was 30 years past.
But see, I guess this coming from somebody who I've only ever been in love twice in my life. So it's like anybody.
Others didn't matter.
Yeah,
But I get that. I get that.
Those guys didn't matter, but we're still on her.
Yeah,
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're still on her,
and I guess in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, dude's gonna be dude.
like the lady I told y'all about earlier. Even though that was high school
Mhm.
and whatever,
Yeah.
I still wouldn't allow her to be around me to this day.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if that's who you are,
Right, that's who you are.
Yeah.
and I know people change and all that. And
They
whatever,
do.
Yeah.
They do.
and however.
And what's crazy, like I said, I've had plenty of times to backdoor her, but I'm like, because for one, I mean, you know, her type of dudes is just not my type of dudes. But
Okay.
hey, it
And
is.
see, and that goes back to the cobbler. She said that her and her friend
Mhm.
they don't have the same
Yeah,
taste.
yeah.
But some
But
people
still-
don't have a taste.
Right.
They would
Yeah.
try
Right.
anything.
And
Yeah.
sometimes opposites attract.
Right.
Because sometimes you can like say for instance some people that the guy divorced or like broke up or whatever, and then they see them with the next person. But what does he see in her?
Mhm.
And all that, because that person be total opposite of what you were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes opposites attract. It may not be. He might not have a type,
Mhm.
or he might just whatever
Yeah.
he feeling.
Spread
at
his
the
legs.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Baby.
Yeah. So you
Mhm.
can't go on. We don't, have the same type. Of
Right. You
whatever,
can't judge
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
And then look how I found out about the second one. So how I found out about the second dude she backdoored me with. He called my sister's phone, talking about, and I answered the phone, and I said, he told, hello, can I speak to such and such?
Mhm.
I say, who is this?
Mhm.
He said, it's Nita.
Mhm.
I said, yeah, this Nita.
Mhm.
He talking about, what's up, girl?
Oh, like it's
I
nothing.
said, I said, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! With him, so I'm like, I'm
Mm-mm.
good.
He gonna try to play it off. Hey,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
up?
Hey,
I say, hold on, let me get him.
Yeah,
And so what did she say? And what she say? What she got?
I say,
Yeah,
yeah,
what-
such on the phone. She talking about, huh?
Oh.
See that?
Like she didn't know what was going on.
I got your
She said, tell him I'ma call him back.
No.
Now
If I
talk
wasn't
right
here-
now.
If I wasn't here,
You
y'all
would
would be
talk.
talking.
I
Yeah.
went back in there. I say, hey, she said she gonna hit you back. I say, you take care of yourself now.
Mm-mm.
Because
No.
I mean, I don't know. Like I just don't be into all that. Like,
Not like
I
that.
know how dudes are.
Yeah, but listen, it's not.
I
It's
know
not.
how
It's.
hoes are. I mean, broads are.
But I'm just saying, it's not that. It's just letting that person know, hey,
Mhm.
these are my boundaries, and
Yeah,
this is
don't
what I'm
cross the
setting.
line.
That's not cool. Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then still let her wear my purse to the club.
So now,
Hey, y'all come
okay. So last call for
Oh my
calls or
gosh.
anybody. Has anybody ever in any the audience out there looking? Has any one of y'all experiencing your ex marrying your ex? Like, one of your best friend's
Yeah.
ex, like marrying them, they done got together,
Slept with them, slept with each other.
The dog, the cat, the whole 9 yards. Has anybody ever experienced? Because the dating, they just crossed the line and probably had some fun, some sex, and whatever.
But
Like,
married.
but actually married and went on about their business and was successful. Is there
No
anybody?
divorce.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
divorce. Anybody out there? I would be
That's a
curious.
good one.
Yeah, I would be
Yeah, and then
curious to know.
I also want to know how did that person who calls in feel?
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
how
about
they feel.
yeah.
And if this has happened to you, you don't have to say your name when you call in. Just let us know. But we want to know if it happened to you.
Has
and
it
just give us
happened?
Experience and
Oh
how
my
did you
God.
how did you handle it? Because the information that you share with us can help somebody else. Because you never know
Mhm.
who's on the line listening. Because we're on 5 different platforms right now, and
Yes.
this can help somebody. The number Oh, it has. As a matter of fact, one of my husband's friends, that happened to him. His own brother did it to him.
Oh.
He's actually in jail right now serving time.
Oh wow.
My God.
Wow.
I have a comment. They say, but if that's your friend, why would she want what you have? She shouldn't.
Wow,
She shouldn't want
Nah,
what
she
you have.
shouldn't.
want it. Yeah.
She shouldn't, but then you got them out there. They like, hey, she always get the best one.
I also feel like we throw the word friend loosely.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
Like
true.
don't
No,
throw it.
that was my friend though.
Girl, that was not your friend. She still ain't your friend.
It's
I
on
don't know what I always
Instagram.
do. It always do.
Baby,
Mm-mm.
But I heard something on a podcast
Mhm.
interview the other day. It was emotionally insecure people
Mhm.
always have to have somebody.
Yes, that's true.
And they're always
Mm.
promiscuous.
That's true.
promiscuous.
That's
Okay.
So maybe
Mm.
they're emotionally insecure
Mhm.
and they're trying to find whatever they're looking for in anybody they can find it.
That's true. That is true because they just want somebody to
Yeah.
love them.
Yeah, but that's
Mhm.
still boundaries.
There are, but
That's true.
they have to define who they are and get that security before
Right.
they can even acknowledge your
Well,
boundaries.
they keep that over there.
They have to.
Right.
I feel you on that. You know I feel you on that. But I'm just saying because I heard that and I was like, wow, that's
But
so
it's
true.
it is very much
Yeah.
true.
No, that's very true.
And I think that's why, internally you have to look at yourself and say, where am I at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you find yourself tempted to want to do something, you have to have enough self-control to say,
Right.
let me draw. Like if you're attracted to somebody, your friend's husband or,
Mhm.
your boyfriend, you need to pull yourself away from it. You need to
Right.
be smart enough to do that.
So let me just say this. I just wish some people would call it, but I guess they don't want to call any subject too juicy. But
Yeah.
I wish a man would call. I would really love to hear a
Yeah,
man's
me too.
perspective of if they've been done like that. Because how do you literally be looking at somebody's husband or somebody's wife and licking your chops like, woof?
Right.
You know what I mean? Man, I wish.
And
I could
thinking
have
it's
that.
okay.
And thinking it's okay. Like, how do you literally do that? Like, you might could say, okay, they nice looking or whatever, but I'm saying you.
Yes.
didn't-
I think
you didn't
morally
envision
they don't have no
yourself-
morals.
Yeah, you didn't literally envision yourself in the bed. You didn't took their clothes off. All that in your mind.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
no.
Yeah.
That just makes my stomach turn.
It does.
I mean,
It does.
But
So,
but what if he like super
I don't care
fine?
what he's
Hold on,
super.
hold on. Let me get a vision real quick.
No.
Hold on,
No.
hold on.
No.
Okay, but
No.
they ain't playing no what ifs.
I
Renee,
can tell you that your husband is a nice looking man,
Right.
but I would not ever do that.
Renee,
Yeah.
let me paint
Yeah.
the picture. Hold
Paint
on.
it. Go paint it.
What- Hold on, I'm gonna take everything everybody said on here.
Okay.
He's super fine. He got a nice stack of money in the
Mhm.
bank. You know what I'm saying? He loving like Dr. B husband is.
Mhm.
What if he all that and you just sit back watching?
They do that.
That's where the lurking comes from.
Yeah.
But
I'm just
Here-
gonna say,
but here's the thing that people don't understand.
Mhm.
Just because he is the way with that person,
Right.
don't mean
He's gonna be that way with you.
That's
Right.
That's
And
right.
I'm not
That's
gonna be on the outside looking like that. I'm gonna say, Dr. B,
Yeah.
you got your.
Oh yeah, oh for
Yeah,
sure,
right.
oh for sure,
Good
for
man,
sure.
Savannah.
But
I'm not gonna be like.
but you
oh,
have morals.
Let
Yeah.
me.
We know there's a lot of people that don't
I'm
have
not gonna be
morals.
trying to slide in. No,
Like Nita's friend.
No.
Right.
That's just not right.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh
I
my
agree.
God.
And that's why I said for me, that's just not
And on that,
something.
on that note, if you got you somebody that just slithered in trying to slide up under your man, your husband, or your cutty buddy, whatever, baby, get a sip of that little wine right there.
We got a new wine. I'm gonna let Dr. B talk about this wine right here. We got a new wine.
Get a sip of this
Yeah,
what
yeah.
spicy? What
Yeah,
we
yeah.
working with? What we
Yeah,
working
so
with?
we didn't. So tonight I done brought in. Okay, so everybody's familiar with my wine, of course, A Taste of Love. A Taste of Love. This is the Sweet Sensation Moscato. We don't have the red with us here tonight, but I brought in a different wine. And for all the ones who are tuning in and don't know, this can be purchased at Total Wines. If you go onto my location, you'll see all the locations. There's other liquor stores, restaurants, bars. The newest location that A Taste of Love is in, 366 Sky Lounge. Yes. Oh my God. That's just an awesome partnership. So, but definitely go on the location. You'll see, I'm in Atlanta. About 5-6 locations in Atlanta, Louisiana, and so I'm in about over 26 locations that I can think of
Girl,
off
let
the
me
top
hold
of
a
my
few
head.
dollars, girl.
You're watching.
Tonight, but tonight why I had brought this, because I wanted to share this with the ladies, because my amazing crafter, she has a line called Zillionaire Zodiac Sips. And this one right here is Pisces, because she gave me the Pisces for my birthday, and this one is a pear flavor.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're gonna try
Sounds like
this
it's gonna be
tonight.
scrumptious
So
already.
if you want to try this or like a different zodiac sign, it's by Signature Sips. So shout out to Dr. Hope Foster Signature Sips. But we're getting ready to try this tonight, and we're gonna see what it do. But I need somebody to call in with the experience while we opening this, okay? And if you guys, want to get in touch with her and get you some of your zodiac, whatever, reach out to me and I'll make sure I connect y'all. But we're gonna try this Pisces tonight, this pear flavor.
And if you're a Pisces, you need to call in.
That's right. Y'all call in, because listen, I know it's Aries season.
It's
now.
Aries
I want my last day in March. I'm sorry. I still want March.
Aries season. Aries in the house.
Yeah, Aries in the house. I know all of that, but I'm still celebrating Pisces. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's Sipping Like the Stars. She's Signature Sips. But that's the
That's
the same one. Yeah, that's the show. That's the show that we're doing. But yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see.
Let's see.
Okay, Perry.
Yeah.
Pair with some cheese.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I don't taste the
It's
pear.
got some kick in it.
Yeah,
It
got a little
This has kick.
It hits your main artery right here.
Right.
Right off the bat, y'all. Right off the bat.
Mhm.
Like, boy,
Don't drink and drive with this.
baby, because baby, she's trying to get your toe up from the floor up so you can.
Yeah.
Baby.
Let's see how much alcohol in it.
Alcohol.
Oh, okay. I was
19. Oh, that's what it was. I was a little
alcohol.
warm on the inside. A little warm on the inside.
Mm.
Well, listen, all y'all need is one.
Yes.
I know they laughing at me.
Oh,
They
yeah.
know I don't drink. They like, girl.
So I just, I hope a man can call in. We're always talking about, from a woman's perspective, but we really need the men to tune in, right?
Mhm.
And chime in, because sometimes I think their point of view, it does help us a lot, right? Because,
Yeah.
we think one way, and then to hear it come from a man, it's a totally different perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because men, when they get hurt like that, that's a total.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh no, the whole world shuts down.
Yeah. Oh my
like,
God.
Yeah.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
men, like, it's like it hurts them to the core, to where it literally changes them,
Mhm.
and it's hard for them to be a good man to another woman.
Even
period.
though
It
they
takes
were
them
not
all
good
to-
to you
Correct.
or
Yeah.
somebody else,
Okay.
if something is done to them, it's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
whole
Wouldn't
world
that
stops.
but wouldn't that just tick you off if your mate did get with your friend
Mhm.
and was such an amazing husband to your friend,
But
Yeah.
wasn't to
and
you.
it wasn't to you?
That's why
But
they
then-
both
but
going
that's-
down.
But that's
They
why.
both going
But listen,
down.
though, did you hear what you just said?
If he was an amazing mate to
Mhm.
your friend,
Mhm.
but was a
Mhm.
bastard to you.
Correct. So you know what that meant? That meant he was just lusting for the other person.
No,
So-
no, she said that he was better with
He
her.
was better with the other
That's what I'm
person.
saying.
But I'm still saying he was lusting. You know what I'm saying? He's been.
Oh,
yeah, okay,
yeah.
He been one that- he been
one
one that. Okay,
Yeah. He was
Yeah,
lusting. He
that's
been had his
Yes.
eye on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you, if somebody get with them and they're better with them, that means they've been.
They been wanting
Yeah,
them
they
for the
been.
longest.
And see,
Yeah.
that's why I keep
Yeah.
saying we throw the word friend
around too
loosely.
Right. Because a real friend.
A real friend wouldn't do that.
Friend gonna shut it down. A real friend
A
gonna
real-
do what I did.
Yes,
Yep.
they gonna
Yep.
shut it down. Now those associates,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
That's why I be
Yeah.
like, Drake, no new friends.
Yeah.
No new friends.
Yeah.
Now, I
Yeah.
won't say that. I won't say no new friends, because if I had said that, I would never would have met you
I was
lady.
just gonna say that.
I never would've met you
Right out
lady.
of my
That's
mouth,
true.
Renee.
That's true.
So
Right out of
I'll
my
just
mouth.
be cautious of
Mhm.
new people. I'll sit back and watch, because y'all know when y'all first met me, I didn't say too
You
much,
sure
Mhm.
did. You sure did.
because I sit back and I watch. I want to see how
Yeah.
you move,
right,
Mhm.
right.
and I want to see if there's a genuine chemistry that's going to
That's right.
develop.
That's
Mhm,
right.
mhm.
And once it does, okay, we good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
So I won't say no new friends. You just have
Right.
to watch.
You just have to watch.
And
Yeah.
again, like, people come in your life in chapters,
Mhm.
because there's a lot of people that we've met in our life that they were there for maybe 10 years and all of a sudden they're gone.
Right. That's right.
You know,
Or even longer.
Or even longer.
Everybody has a season.
Everybody
have a season. It's really true friendship that really lasts a long time.
A long time, yes.
Yeah,
And that's why I say we throw the word friends around so loosely. You know what I mean? So in the case with Nita, those were just people that she didn't care about. So I can understand why it didn't weigh too heavy on her with this young girl.
I didn't lose no sleep.
Because to her now we understand from a female's perspective that the friend was totally out of line.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? From that side, but Nita didn't care about the guys because they meant nothing to her.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I say that there's a very fine line there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I guarantee you, if that chick would have came at Chad like that,
It would have been
you
see?
But Renee number
Girl, and all she would have had to do was call me and say, "Hey, cranking it up."
Be like, girl, I need to put my woman on.
Where we ride?
Oh my God.
Baby. No, ma'am.
Chad would have been like, your friend want to give me them dog.
Nita, he done told you.
Your friend want to give me them dog.
Oh, see, you did say you had a really, really great relationship with him.
Yeah, we were like,
That
he
is-
was just, and he would have told me just like that.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
Might want to watch that. Might want to watch that one.
That's too funny.
That is horrible, though.
Yeah,
That's just, and I'm no angel because I've done things in my past, but nothing like that.
Nothing
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God, today.
But you know what? When just think back, like in your college days, in your high school days, you could always tell those ones who would be willing to cross the line and who would be willing to.
Now you know when we was in high school, we see somebody boyfriend was like, "Ooh, I can't wait till they break up."
But
No, I told you. Yeah, that's why I said. But see, that's why I said that word friend is very loosely.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying you could tell the ones because they was always the ones that want to be like in competition, like
Mm.
want to try to steal,
Okay.
he want to steal them from you and all of that stuff.
And some people just want to walk a mile in your shoes. For
Yeah.
some
Oh.
reason. I
My
don't get that.
God, today.
No, they do.
I always tell
You can't
everybody,
fit these
if somebody
shoes.
think that they want to be Mrs. Ladette for
No,
one.
no.
I know, right?
Because you don't know what it takes to be.
Baby, listen, y'all gonna give him back so fast.
No.
Y'all gonna give him back so
And see,
fast.
and
'cause
that's
he's-
another
'cause he's
thing.
Super duper spoiled. Y'all ain't finna.
A lot of women are on the outside looking in, trying to, I want him. He doing this, this, and this.
Mhm.
But girl, you don't know the daily
Yes.
activity.
Yes.
You don't know what he
When the
likes
lights
in
turn
the
off.
Right.
Mhm.
You don't know how many times we're going behind him and
Baby.
picking up this and telling why you
How many
didn't pick that up. Why you didn't do this?
How many times you want to karate chop this bastard in his throat?
Baby.
And that's why, but
You
that's
just-
why
you don't
I
know.
say that
Malcolm
word.
said Malcolm had
you know,
shake
friend.
his head on that
Just want to say,
Baby.
oh my
But I will admit that whenever I'm like in an environment and like Renee says, if a woman is too touchy feely, I will probably tell my maid, hey, she's in your space. You know, like you tell
say
her.
something.
You
Yeah.
tell her.
Yeah.
And then
I
if there's
tell
if it continues, now I got an issue
Yeah,
with
yeah,
you because you
right.
didn't address
Right.
the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see. Well, I don't know, but I don't see women in this day. Well, no, yes, I do.
Yes,
Oh, okay, so say what you talking about.
Being
Yes, they do.
disrespectful, yeah.
Baby,
They
please.
will. They
Yeah.
are, and I'm telling you, they will make a pass just to see if he will jump on.
Mhm. In
They
front
will
of your
make-
face.
yes.
When I used to promote clubs,
Mhm.
that was one of the biggest reasons why I waited so long to date anybody, because when I was a club promoter,
Mhm.
I would see people come in with their mates,
Mhm.
and then 2 hours later they were meeting their boo, which was was one of their friends' wives in the club.
See,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
that's real.
so when I
That's
so
real.
I was like, well, if this is what's going on,
Then you ain't want
That's
it.
not
They
what
can
I want.
have it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you saw
Baby,
it right
mm-mm.
there.
That's
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah,
mm-mm.
yeah.
Too much.
That's too much.
Well, y'all.
All right, y'all. The time has come.
Yeah.
That's
for
very
us
strong.
to
It's strong. It'll get you.
proceed
I'm gonna wait till I get home and drink
with
that. 'Cause I have to drive home.
Oh my God.
When I get home in the
I won't say
driveway.
it out loud,
Okay.
but I have a problem with when my mate asks me to pick their friends up too many times. I feel like that's a setup. Y'all trying to set me up? No, you go get up.
Why you didn't tell your mate I don't feel comfortable? Like that's a communication thing.
I do. I feel like that shouldn't be done. I'm just saying it because this is in relation to what y'all talking about. It's not, they haven't died.
Yeah.
We've this is related to what we're talking about.
Mhm.
When my mate asked me too many times, okay, I've done this 3 times, and every time I pick them up, they got shorts on, and I'm a man, and I'm
So
okay.
is the
I don't
person
wanna
like
be-
trying to get out of line with you, like, or like?
No,
you think-
no, a couple of them have, a couple of them have, but not all of them. I just don't want to be put in that position too many times because then it's gonna look like, okay, well, I was condoning it. I didn't say nothing.
Well, why
so
you?
I'm gonna say something
But
from the get-go.
but why you don't
go
trust
get up.
yourself?
That's what I was saying. You might have weak moments. Sound like you got some weak
I mean,
moments.
most men do.
No, it's happened before. It's happened before where somebody, well, he was looking at me when I got out the car. Oh, okay.
And then they went and told the spouse.
My spouse.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, nah, you go get up. I'm not okay.
Okay, well then, yeah.
But
you stirred a mess
but
like that.
was you really was you looking at it too?
She had this much. Oh man.
But she should have checked her friends
Okay,
because
let me see. I got a comment right here. Life of Spontaneous says all of these women and men in the world, people want to date or marry a friend's ex. That's
Right.
right.
There's too many
Exactly.
people available
Exactly.
out
So
here.
many fish in the
That's
sea.
true.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. I agree with you. I agree.
I don't want nobody's
Dr. Love
leftovers.
agrees with you.
I want
That's
Yeah.
right.
to explore.
Out of all of the people, you want to go for somebody's ex.
I wouldn't. That's why I was just telling Renee. I
Right.
want to be able to explore. I want that canvas to be
Yeah.
white. I want to be able to paint that
That's
canvas
right.
how I
And
want to.
again,
Right.
Like I said, I don't even want their spirit because
Yeah.
if y'all didn't work, don't bring that spirit over here. I want to
Mhm.
make sure I work with somebody.
And then
You
you've
see what I'm
seen
saying?
some things that they've done to that person. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, but they but they probably looking at like if he did it, that what if he was he or she was a
Mhm.
perfect mate.
Mhm.
It just didn't work out together.
Mhm.
okay.
And then he separated. So your example of him is always going to be good. There's not going to be
Okay.
nothing bad.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he's like, well, it just didn't work out.
Mhm.
Let's test it out.
Right.
But they weren't best friends,
Right.
but they were associates.
Right. So let me ask you this.
Mm.
Okay, we asked the question of dating or marrying,
Right.
ex, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if this person just such a damn slithering
Mm.
snake? They don't really want to date or marry them. They just want to screw them. Just want to see what it feel like. What you think about
Baby.
that?
Mm-mm.
Well, again, it goes back to the person's
Yeah.
morals.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Morals. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's
No.
right.
But at the end of the day, I think when you watch these Lifetime movies, they just make it seem like it's all right for Betty Ann.
Maybe it's the culture though. But maybe it could be the culture.
And
Yeah.
they come and they have gatherings like, hey, Betty Ann, did you bring the potato salad? Oh, David. You know what I'm saying? They
But-
just make it seem like it's okay.
But I said in the beginning, back in the 60s and 70s, people were dating like that. I talked to people that said, hey, this took place. So I think it became
Well, it's 2024.
Right.
well, I mean, but if it worked for them,
That's what I'm saying.
That's back then. Let me just say this right here.
They ain't gonna go
I think back then their options were limited. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, just think about it. Like,
in a
they
little
didn't
country town,
have-
you got like
little
five
country
fine guys
town,
in
They
there.
didn't have social media. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have pages. You know, you remember when
Yeah,
the pages era.
Now, but it goes
Yeah.
back to what I said, Dr. B.
Yeah.
What if that person was in a relationship and you outside looking in,
Yeah.
that man's treating that woman good,
Yeah.
that woman dogging him,
Yeah.
it don't work out.
Yeah.
They separate, that man approaches that woman. Y'all weren't best friends, but y'all were associates.
Mhm.
What is that approach? What does that look like? Because they weren't best friends, they
Mhm.
were associates, they
Mhm.
were hung around in the same group.
Mhm.
He was treating her good. She was dogging him out. They separate, they divorce, and then the other two get together. What does that look like? You see what I'm saying? Now you understand what I'm
No,
saying?
hear what you-
no,
I hear what you're
It is
I
a very
hear.
fine line.
No, it's
I
some
hear.
BS. It's some BS because I'm telling you, the reason why I say it's some BS is because just because you think just because he was good to her or whatever, vice versa, they had a good relationship, that don't mean that it's gonna necessarily work out for
Oh,
y'all.
I agree.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
Now, what if they
So-
weren't evenly yoked?
You talking about the marriage?
Mhm.
Oh, I get that every day, all day, because a lot of people married, they are married now, that are not unequally
Mhm.
yoked. I get that. But okay, again, I guess we'll have to go back to what we said earlier. If one of the people out of their relationship say, hey, I ain't got no problem with it, and they give you the pass, and you feel like it's okay. If it's okay between y'all, that's fine. But me personally,
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, if they're agreeing with it, okay, that's more power to them.
Yeah, more power to them.
Power
If they all agree to it, more power to them. But I just know that what happens in relationships like that, they're gonna constantly be bringing up the other person's name. They are, and so they're not gonna really.
That insecurity is gonna exist. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
A really genuine relationship because they're gonna be forever saying, "Well, such and such did it like this," or such and such. What?
You didn't do this with them.
What if they like Nita and Nita just so strong? She like, hey, if it's mine, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. Like what happened before. You know, I'm so strong within myself. Like I don't have no levels of insecurities.
Well, like again, Nita's kind of like that with people. It was like when she was dating or associates. It's different when it's your husband.
I agree.
When it's your husband or your wife, you know what I mean. When it's associates, that's different. You know, because y'all didn't really.
I like
associate. That's just like a Facebook associate. Just because I'm Facebook friends with somebody and we don't really know each other, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of different, you know. But I'm saying,
that's different.
I'm saying close proximity.
I like that.
You
See, so I think, and I ask those questions because I know there are people that are going to watch this. It's important for them to understand the differentiation.
It's a difference. Saying, you know, case by case thing, but I'm saying somebody literally in your face. You know, and they've been lusting and been wanting to get, you know, to your mate or to your ex or whatever. That's a whole different.
That's a different ball game.
That's a different ball game. Yeah, but if you got somebody and that was your associate and you don't really, that wasn't really your girl or whatever, and they want to date one of your exes, and you say, "Look, girl, listen, y'all go ahead." That's different. You know, that's different. But we talking
sisterhood.
Yeah, sisterhood. Yeah.
Saying that's why I say it goes back to that fine.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, Shamik, I wouldn't date nobody. You didn't date it.
Right.
I wouldn't date
but
I
think we established that early on though. Our morals are there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
But
we didn't.
That's right.
But we know based upon our track record and all of the topics that we had, morals don't really exist like they used to.
Right.
That's why I'm bringing up these things because I know people are going to watch them, so they're giving a difference of opinion on the different scenarios.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
And I feel like I'm like you. I feel like I can bring anybody around anybody because at the end of the day, my dad said you give a man enough rope, he'll hang himself.
Right.
So therefore, I'm not going to be sitting there bird dogging you. It's your job if a woman comes into your space to check her.
Right. That's right.
You understand? I can't be sitting there looking over my shoulder because she doing this. I mean, look, if she does it again and you ain't allowing it, then that's letting me know you're comfortable with it.
But you know what's interesting? I did have an ex that was watching the show one time, and he said, no, as a matter of fact, I was getting ready to launch, I think the first one, and the thing was going to be like matchmaking people and all that. That's because I had that for the first round when I launched it. And because I was like, okay, you know, whoever wins the date, I'll pay for the first date, all that, whatever. He was like, girl, you really think you can connect with somebody? I said, yeah, come on. You know what I'm saying? Because this is like years ago.
You see?
You know, so that's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it just depends on the situation.
See, and that's what I was saying when y'all asked me earlier about my ex. I said I don't care.
Yeah.
Because I have no emotional attachment to that person.
Right.
So to me, if you want to do flips out there, roll in the grass, run across the street, get it, boo, that's on you.
And that's just like all the guys I've dated.
Yeah.
Feel free to have at it.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care.
I'm gonna need a cheers. Cheers on that one. If I ain't with you no more, it's over, baby.
It may be over, but he can't come after my sister.
Right.
He can't come after my close friend. Come on.
But we said there's that fine line.
Right.
That fine line.
Yeah.
You and Nita are close, so I can see that.
Yeah.
Me, you don't really know me like that.
I know you well enough, Nina. I know you well enough.
I'm not finished.
I'll be like,
Hold on. I'm not finished.
okay.
I'm not finished. Listen what I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you some real stuff. We hang out and I feel like you're my sister and I feel like we have a sisterhood.
Yes.
However, if somebody was to ask you, I need you to tell me who are your best friends. You're not gonna put me in that.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
I
So
get
that's
it.
why I keep going back to that fine line.
Okay.
And people are in your lives for
Mhm.
chapters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've had friends that I've been friends for 10 years, and all of a sudden I don't even know where they went.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So in that chapter, now what if it's 10 years? What if we stop talking
Okay.
and we haven't talked for 12 years,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and then you and your husband divorced 6 years ago,
Mhm.
and then you see me? Then what?
I'm still gonna say that I'm coming for you, man.
But what if I
I'm coming for him too.
what if I ain't even met your husband? What if I
Okay,
don't know
if y'all never met,
Yeah.
y'all never met, but I'm still gonna get at him. Hey, you know, I used to
But why do you?
broadcast.
But why do you care?
That's the lady
But why do you
I used to-
care?
It's just the principle for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it
love
is
that.
the-
It's the principle for me. I'll be like,
It's the pros talking, baby.
it may not even be on good terms,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
still gonna get at
Yeah.
him and be like, hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the fact
you
that
know,
you knew that you were broadcasting together and all that, you know,
but even if we didn't
Yeah.
remember, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna remind him
Yeah.
and be like, nah,
Yeah.
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 Even if you moved on and you're happily married.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
No, I'm just saying, even if you moved on and you're happily married.
Yeah. That's right.
But see, and those are the different scenarios that
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, hey, you can close
I'll
this
make
out.
it known, but I can't stop him from doing what he wants
Right.
to do.
Right.
Right. You will say
But me
I will
personally,
make it
I'd be
known.
like, hey, what's up, partner? You did that, man. You did that. I'm done.
Baby.
Oh, my goodness. Y'all want to close
Okay,
this out?
yeah, let's go ahead and close it out. We're gonna start with you, Mimi. What did you take away from tonight's topic?
What I took away is, again, I stick with the whole, there's a fine line between real friends and associates. And I think it comes down to that person's morals, what they feel comfortable with. Is it right or is it wrong? I really think it's up to that person. Me personally, that's not something that I would do. That's not who I am. That's not what I represent as a sisterhood. So let me just put that out there real quick. And if you're going to do it and you know, whether it's been years or 9 years, and you know that person's spouse or friend, or y'all were good friends, I would definitely just say, hey, we feeling each other. How do you feel about this before you move on to that next phase of dating, coming out publicly with that person?
Right.
Because if it gets around to that person, that I'm telling you, the other person gonna feel slighted, like you was eye dogging that person for a long time.
Okay, Renee, what did you take away?
So what I'll say is ultimately, two consenting adults can do what they choose.
Right.
But when you start to do things, be mindful because it can happen to you.
Yes.
So you might want to think about your actions before you put that out on somebody else.
That's right.
Because if it happened to you, you can't get mad.
That's right.
But so often people will do things, and then if the same thing happens to them, they have a whole problem with it.
They become the victim.
Right. So you have to be very careful when you do that. And if you see me, get to know my face. If I know you, don't do it because I'm coming for you.
Look, Christina Marie says, I don't agree. I just got divorced after 18 years of being married. He chose his brother's ex-wife over me.
See?
Wait, let me get to wait.
Ooh, hold on.
So wait, let's
chose
hold
his
on.
brother's ex-wife.
Brothers.
Oh no.
Brothers.
So
Oh
he
no,
ain't
that's
got
keeping
no-
it in the family. Yeah, no.
See?
Yeah.
That's why I say I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And see, that's
Yeah.
what, and that's the part I'm saying. So
Yeah.
That's
Christina,
too close.
y'all were in the same circle.
Right. Close
And so that,
proximity.
and
Yeah,
so
they're pal.
Yeah.
That's family.
yeah.
His
Yeah.
brother.
So Christina, they said 18 years of being married, he chose his brother's ex over
Mm-mm.
me. So are they
Ex-wife.
still brother's ex?
The wife over me.
Are they
He-
still together?
Hold on, she said.
And
And
now,
now
his niece and nephew call him daddy instead of uncle.
No.
Jesus.
See? And
What
see-
was your when we need you to call in?
No. And then you have
Wow.
kids involved.
I just said
So
that.
Christina,
Oh,
so my question is, how do you feel? I want to know, like, how do you feel like they were eye dogging each other this whole time? Like, how do you
After
feel
18 years
mentally knowing that this transpired? That, and I think that's huge.
That's
How
hurtful.
long have they been together now? Since
She's like, yes, ma'am.
Mm.
See, that's
Okay,
hurtful.
so how long have they been together, Christina, now? Since it's after y'all's divorce of 18 years.
Christina, we was finna get ready to end the show, and you done
I
came with all
know,
the tea,
yes.
right?
Oh, my
You done came with
goodness.
all the tea.
I
So,
told
how
her
long-
to call in right quick, but she must be shy or something.
Okay, it's
Okay,
fine.
so-
But
Wow.
how long are they? How long has it been for them, Christina?
That they've been together
yeah, they've
now.
been together now.
That's crazy.
Wow.
How about keeping it in the family? This
What she saying?
means you kept it all the way.
I'm still mentioning
She-
her.
yeah.
And then they have a 13-year-old now.
Yeah. Wow.
Those kids don't understand.
Well,
that.
baby girl, I just want to tell you, you know what that man did, it has nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
She said they've been together what?
3 years.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's
It-
still an open wound.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with you or a reflection of who you are. You know, sometimes people, we can't control what people do.
You can't.
Yeah.
You cannot control that aspect. That what you can control is how you choose to deal with it. And I always say, self-reflect on yourself first, and you got to forgive. Let that person move on because their karma is coming, baby.
Oh yeah, it's coming.
It is
So
coming.
Christina, I do offer counseling services for this type of stuff.
Mm.
If you feel like you want to reach out to me, inbox me at I am Dr. Benita Ledette on Instagram or on Facebook. It's Dr. Benita Ledette. Inbox me if you think that I can help you with healing, because
Yeah.
I really
That's a lot.
That's a
your
lot.
heart.
Real heavy.
You've hit my heart tonight. So if you want some help or think that I can help you, please reach out to me. Wow.
And we're gonna be praying for you, girl, because we
Yes,
know,
will be
we
praying
know.
for you. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay, well, Dr. Love, what did you take away from tonight's topic in closing?
Just what I take away is that we're all grown adults, right? And we know right from wrong, right? Like we know what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do. But if we decide to cross the line and do something like that with an ex, it's really on us.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because you choose to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. But there's a downside to that. The downside is to that, what goes around comes around.
Mhm.
That's it.
So regardless, Christina, even if they've been together for 3 years, there's no telling what might happen in that marriage. If he did it to her with
Mhm.
you, he might do it to
her with
maybe-
somebody
with
else.
somebody else. So just use this time to get you together.
Mhm.
And don't worry about how, why, and all of that, because when you press through the pain, there's always a blessing on the other side of the lesson. So you never know, God might send you somebody that may sit you down, might be a multimillionaire, sit you down and enjoy the rest of your life, you know. But just try not to focus on the past. You know, if you don't focus on the past and try to help every day heal yourself to move forward every day, I promise you will get the victory in the end.
Amen.
You will get the
Absolutely.
victory in the end.
Absolutely.
But as far as other people, I would say do a soul search inside of yourself.
Mhm.
And really, if somebody exes approach you, like really do a soul search and say, is this really what I want to do?
Mhm.
Like, I don't care how good they look. I don't care about the money, none of that,
I love it.
because you have to pay for your consequences and the decisions that you make. The
Absolutely.
decisions that you make can make or break your next 5 to 10 years, because the decisions that you make, like for instance, I'll give you an example of what I'm saying. I am in the position of where I am today based on the decisions I made 3 years ago,
Mhm.
2 years ago, a
Mhm.
year ago.
Mhm.
So basically, when you make those decisions to say, okay, well, I'm gonna go with the ex. I don't care what nobody say, whatever. Well, you know, he want me and da 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 whatever. Okay, if that's how you want to roll, that's fine. But just think about the consequences in the long
She
run.
deal with
She said,
depression
I
and
deal with
anxiety.
depression and anxiety, and I'm trying to get better mentally.
Oh, there's a reason why you called in, baby,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Dr. Love gonna reach out to
Yeah.
you.
Reach out to me, please. Reach out.
Get
to
her,
me.
get her
Yeah.
information, Malcolm.
I tagged, she loved it already. I tagged, I said, contact Dr. Benita,
Yeah.
but I'll get her information.
Yeah, get her
Okay.
information so I can reach out to her. But yeah, so just like I'm saying, just if you feel like that's something that you want to do and you know, you feel like it's not wrong and all that, okay, all that's good. But just think about the consequences that the consequences of your future of making those decisions. Because I'm telling you, you could end up in a situation that you really didn't mean to be in and didn't ask for, and it can make it can make or break you. Your future can be jacked up from that bad decision that you made. So basically what I'm saying is if you do the right thing and make the right decision at the right time, you're gonna get good results. Period. You know what I mean? Because when you make bad decisions, like for instance, let's just say you give with the ex or whatever, the ex give with you, vice versa. And then let's say it was the man is involved, like how we just said how the man can't handle it, right? Let's say somebody get killed or go to jail or whatever. Okay, there goes somebody without their daddy, their mama, you know what I'm saying? So bad decisions bring about bad situations and bad circumstances. So just really, really dig deep in yourself if you feel like you really want to go that route and date somebody's ex or marry them. That's all I'm saying.
18 years is a long time.
And just to piggyback off of what Dr. Love said, you know, one thing I think, you know, that each woman up here can attest is oftentimes as an individual, you should always think about how the other person would feel.
Correct.
That's so important because oftentimes, you know, we only think about self, but you should think about the other person
and your children.
And the children, because the children are watching you and everything you're doing. So you have to be considerate of the whole situation because a quick night of lust and pain can be a lifetime of heartache and pain. Like for instance, let's just say y'all have, you know, I just want to hook up with him. He fine, blah, blah, blah. You get pregnant. Okay, now y'all don't even like each other no more, but now you got to deal with his seed for the rest of your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? All because you lusted to be with that person. We're better than that. Make good decisions on the front end, and it will, when you make good decisions and put God first, he will take care of you, and the good decisions you make will take care of your future. Your future self will thank you for that.
Stop making permanent decisions based on temporary emotions.
I like that. Besides, sex is only really good for like 2 minutes. Go ahead, Nina.
Okay. Well, no, Dr. B pretty much summed it up. And this line hit me across my head.
I finished my y'all.
I had to wait till I get home to drink this one.
So I don't really have any input. Dr. B summed it up, and I appreciate you for that. And Christina, baby, you are in our prayers. And thank you so much for trusting us and our platform with your story. We just thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. And also, if you guys have a topic that you want us to talk about, please email us at the Divas, is it Divas Dose Podcast at gmail.com? Okay, so I'm telling y'all this wine even across my head. So Divas Dose, that's why you shouldn't drink on the job. Divas Dose.
This one, y'all. This is Pisces.
Divas Dose Podcast at gmail.com.
And she had a couple
I know y'all know I'm not a drinker. Oh, that's why we tell Dr. Love. Okay, girl. But anyway, thank you guys, and we missed you guys last Thursday, and we'll catch you guys next Thursday for another great juicy topic. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Time.
Hey, we out of here.
Love and
I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'll drink in my garage. I thought it was bad.
that's how you can stop.
Yeah.
Give me that.
That one, that. Oh.